players who went from amateur to professional football incredibly fast. Back in 2015, there was a 14-year-old kid in Brazil named Gabriel Martinelli who had just made a surprising decision. Instead of staying with the famous Corinthians Academy, where many of Brazil's top stars had trained, he moved to a tiny club called Ituano. Ituano played in the 4th division of Brazilian football, a level where most teams barely had money, the stadiums were small, and scouts from big clubs almost never came around. But that choice would set off one of the fastest rises football has ever seen. You see, Martinelli kept working hard at Ituano, and by 2017, at just 16 years old, he signed his first professional contract. So, only a few months later, he made his debut for the senior team, becoming the youngest player to play for Ituano in the modern era. And at first, he was just a teenager getting minutes here and there, although soon he started scoring goals and showing flashes of brilliance. But his real breakout came in 2019, and it changed everything. The thing is, during the 2019 Campeonato Paulista, Martinelli exploded onto the scene. He scored 6 goals against some of Brazil's strongest state clubs and quickly became one of the top young talents in the competition. By the end of the tournament, he was winning awards like Best Newcomer and was even invited to train with the Brazil national team before the Copa America, which was shocking because he had never played for Brazil's youth teams. But the craziest part is who came calling next. As it turns out, European scouts had been watching closely, and Arsenal moved quickly to sign him for £6 million in July of 2019. At first, the plan was to slowly bring him into their under-21 setup, but when he showed up for preseason in the United States, he impressed the coaches so much that Unai Emery put him straight into the first team. But nobody expected what happened just weeks later. What I mean is that Martinelli made his Premier League debut in August 2019, only 39 days after signing, and then in his very first starts for Arsenal, he scored braces in both the League Cup and Europa League while he was only 18 years old. And I post football stories like this one every single day. Follow if you want the algorithm to show them to you.